Today I'll be talking about the Micro Roni G4 chassis for Glock pistols. Other variations for other handguns exist. First, I'd like to show you on how one mates the pistol to the chassis, the ergonomics of this, what kind of accessories I added, and what kind of use case this fulfills, at least for me, and why it might not be suitable for certain tasks. So before we mate the pistol with the chassis, I just want to make sure that the firearm is clear. Same goes for all of the magazines that we have lying around. Okay, now, first things first, we want to open this little hatch here. We press this button and it rotates 90 degrees. Now I want to bring your attention to this part here that moves freely inside of its rail. And what this is an extension of your slide. So that will allow you to operate the slide while the pistol is in the chassis. So we're going to guide it into here, push upwards, and it mated. Now we're going to use the attachment rail of the Glock to mount it inside of the chassis, and we do this by simply pushing forward. And you hear a nice click. The last step is to close this flap and push forward with your thumb. And as you heard, there was another click, and the little indicator now shows green, as in it's fully engaged. The removal process is pretty much the same thing, just reverse. So we push button here, we can open it. We use these tabs here on both sides, and you just want to push both downwards. That allows you to pull backwards and just lift it out of the chassis. So insertion and removal, pretty straightforward. Now I want to have a look at the ergonomics of this thing, and that's the prime reason why you buy this. You have a handgun, but you want something with a bit more ergonomics, so an ability to add a optic, add lights, add a buttstock, and there's many solutions to this, but this is one of the many options. The first feature I want to draw your attention upon is this safety. It can be operated from either sides easily with your trigger finger, so pretty nice, and it's just another layer of security to block anything going into the trigger guard, may that be your finger or anything that catches on it. It is a bit flimsy, it is plastic, so is the Glock, you might say, but it is nice nevertheless to have. A really nice feature is the ability to insert magazines into the chassis, so you always have a spare mag. So let's assume I'm empty, I drop the big mag, obviously that's the one I would carry in the beginning, then the spare mag, I can press this button, that releases the mag, insert it, do a charging motion, and we're good to go. So that's pretty nice. And this serves also as a front grip, and that's probably the prime reason why you want such a chassis, just to get more contact points with your pistol and being able to engage targets way further away. Another feature are these two Picatinny rails on both sides. I bought these thumb rests that are optional. I don't need a light because there's a light up here, and I sure as hell don't need a laser on this thing. So what this does is just give you a really nice ergonomic posture. You can rest your thumb here and you have a nice grip on this. Something I really like is this little hand stop here, so especially with short barrel rifles, or in this case pistols, if you have your hand that far up front, it's always good to have a stop here so you can grab it and you're not going to accidentally reach forward and partially cover or flag yourself. Another thing that you can additionally buy is this flashlight. It's nothing to write home about, has one mode on or off, but it's nice because it integrates really well into the whole package, and it's nice to have something that just works out of the box. Plop it in there and you can forget about it. The next part is this muzzle device. It is basically a flash hider, and it has to be adjusted depending on what Glock you insert in there, but that's all nice and easy. A real good reason why you probably want a chassis is because you will get a buttstock, and the buttstock itself is pretty nice. It's rubberized, gives you good grip on your shoulder, and it works pretty well even for, let's say, a bit taller folks. Closing it is easy. You press this button, side folds, hooks onto this side here, and technically you can operate the firearm with the stock folded. However, I had occurrences where brass was deflected and kind of got caught and stovepiped, so I don't recommend this. So you should have it open at all times. The last feature would be this ability to add a swivel with a sling on, so obviously comes in handy. You can't holster this anymore, so having a sling is, as I always say, the first upgrade you should do to any rifle or SMG or whatever you want to call this little thing here. So now let me tell you about the optics situation and then I'll talk about the use case. So as an optics, I have this Falke LE and it's nothing fancy. It is rather cheap and I think it serves what I plan on doing with this rifle rather well. It has the ability to go really dim, so you can use it with night vision. It has a dedicated button, also has a quick release, so pretty nice features. As a backup, I have a co-witness with these mag pull, I think flip-up sights, so I'm not very familiar with flip-up sights, being a rather AK focused person, but you can get a pretty nice sight picture. And let me turn on the optic. So there you go. Bit hard for the camera to pick it up, but that works pretty well. So if you would have the case that your optic breaks, I think it's always nice to have some kind of backup sights. So now let's look at the potential use cases. So let's say I already own a Glock, I already own a full-size rifle, I want something in between, and that seems like a really good solution to this issue. You don't need a second firearm, it's probably cheaper, can be converted quite easy, and hey, it looks cool, has some features, really sci-fi vibe. I have to disappoint you, I don't think this is at all suited for any serious use, and let me show you why. First of all, this thing flexes a lot. The whole thing is polymer, and what do you expect? It holds 0 for the distances that you probably will engage targets with. So let's say up to 50 meters if you're feeling very confident, maybe 100, but that's really stretching the capabilities of such a small barrel anyhow. So flex, the first thing. Another issue is the ejection port. So I had cases of spent casing bouncing off and causing malfunctions here. So that's really something you don't want to see happening. That happened to me once, but if it happens once, it will also happen another time. And usually then when you don't want it to happen. So with that out of the way, what is the use case? In my eyes, what do I use this for? And I know this is probably a term that is not very well suited, but I use it for fun. So firearms can also be fun if you use them accordingly and safely. So this is really nice to go plinking. It is compact, it is light, it's a nice form factor, you get all the features, and it's even smaller than my Saiga 9, which traditionally would serve the role as an SMG. So it can be nice for close quarters, if you do some training, really fun to plink around. So with all things said, what this chassis does for me is I get more contact points with the pistol. I can acquire targets faster because I have a nice big optic. I have some creature comforts like the mag holder here, the light and the sling, but I'm not going to use it for anything rather serious, for fun, for training. This can be definitely a good option. So some final words of advice. If you need an SMG, get an SMG. May this be because you're confined in tight rooms or vehicles or whatever. It's going to give you better performance and more reliability. If you only have a pistol and you would still like to carry it in a holster, or at least you just need a buttstock, then stuff like the Flux Raider is probably a way better alternative because it doesn't add all of this stuff which can cause issues. So I hope that was insightful, and as always, stay safe and have fun.